Sunday morning. The renderer came on Friday and he done a pretty impressive job. He actually worked on the house, and I didn't like him when he worked on the house. He was a bit lazy, but I gave him the opportunity to do this on a contract price, so I had a bit better idea of what I expected. Now, I didn't render right across the post because I didn't want to trap water, any more water than I had to. That would have just encouraged more rust. Even though they're galvanized, they're only galvanized in China, so they're not a very good quality galvanized. You just have to leave them laying in the rain for a couple of days and they start rusting up. So I ran short here when I was doing the gal, but I've got the material there now. I'll do that later. There's no hurry on that one. See, there's things like this, look, you know, like how hard would it have been to knock that lump of concrete out to get a nice finish. Even there, look, just here, they just got no idea. Anyway, I'll knock it out. He's actually doing the septic, so I'm going to knock it out today, and I'll get him to patch that up. He's going to do a contract price. I want something that's acceptable. I actually didn't see that. I got him to knock out. See, even here, a bit high. I'll just get the big grinder out and cut it out. He can patch that up. I know it's nitpicking, but fuck me dead. They just got no pride. Apart from that, he done a good job for a Filipino standard. And it's only $100. So Jesus Christ. I mean, with the sand, I understand they can't do a good job. The sand is just crap over here. Absolutely crap. Too sharp, too coarse. But that's all they got to work with. I don't know what the Australians did. Like in Australia, they get the beach sand and they wash it, get all the salt out of it, and flog that off as renderer's sand. Sydney sand, they call it. Anyway, whatever. Come along pretty nicely, actually. I'm very happy with it. The welder had, he worked 2 days, and I didn't really actually say anything, but he wasn't wearing these goggles. And then on the second day we were driving home, I said, "How are your eyes?" And he said, "They're terrible." I said, "Why don't you wear your goggles? You got a mask there, and it looks brand new." I said, "How long have you had it for?" He said, "Oh, a couple of years." I said, "It doesn't look like it's been used." No comment, he said. So anyway, I told him to have what did he have? Something, go to the chemist. I give him some money, go to the chemist and buy some cream, whatever it needed. I didn't know what it was. And what did he take? He took three days off. So that's fine. He actually came one day and said he wanted to take his tools. And I said, "Why? You're not coming back?" I said, "What's wrong?" And then he said, "All right, I'll come Saturday." I said, "Okay, you can leave your tools there. They're not going to get stolen." "Are you sure they won't get stolen?" "They're in the car. They won't get stolen." So anyway, he rocked up yesterday, and I made him wear his full face mask, and he works all day for 1,200 pesos, and I gave him a 300 peso bonus. Now, he's got two 300 peso bonuses because he's worked 2 full days, but I'm not giving it to him, and I told him he's not getting it until the end of the job. He'll get his salary, but he won't get his bonuses. That keeps him interested, I suppose. Let's see what happens. Anyway, I put an ad in the in the marketplace yesterday for a welder, and I got inundated with welders. But because I wasn't sure if this guy was going to work out, but he half listens, and then he's okay. He's 55 years old. Jesus, he should know better than... And he's a professional welder, apparently. He's not a renderer come carpenter come electrician come hollow block layer come welder. Apparently that's his job. He's worked on a pipeline. So yeah, so it's coming together pretty well. Very, very happy with it. It's very solid, and I'm very, very happy with it. Now the guy doing the septic, that's another story. It's the same guy who's doing the who did the wall. I've had to correct him on a few things. He actually put the smaller area there on this side and the bigger on the other side. And I said, well, that's the outlet, right? He said, yeah. Where's it going to go? I said, it can't go next door. The absorption pit's going to be over there. Oh yeah, he actually laid all in blocks. So he's had to move that centre wall over. So it's 1200 to 600, which is 2/3 of the whole thing. The other thing is, what else did he do? I had to correct him on. Oh, it wasn't square. It was all skew. And I said, don't you have a square? He said, it's okay. I said, no, it's not. So I gave him my big square. I don't know what he did with it. Maybe it's in the car. And he squared it up for me. Thank you. Oh, right. He's a contractor. He wants to borrow my ladder. He wants to borrow my shovel. He wants to borrow my cutting discs. And he's given me a price for the whole job. He wants me to pay for his tricycle here, $300 pesos a day. I said, I'm not paying your tricycle, you're doing a contract. I said, if you're working for someone, even if you're working for someone on salary, they're not going to pay your transport to the site. I said, give me a break. But anyway, so I'm here on Sunday. I put up some scaffold this morning, and I'm going to cut these rafters back up here, and this tubular will go in for the fascia, similar to the other side, and then the fascia will go on. Maybe I'll try and get a bit of fascia on today. That's not a complicated thing. Yeah. So these posts have got boots. These are boots that you buy in City Hardware. They come up to about here. They're only 85 pesos. Couldn't believe it. So he actually hasn't welded that one. The only texture there at the moment, but he's put some weld on the outside, but he hasn't welded this to that. So that's the job for him to do. He's done it on this side, and he can do a little weld on this side. Anyway, just little things like that. They don't actually think of anything that might really need to be done. And over here, I told him he had to put blocks in there. Even though we've got the brackets up there, I want blocks put in. Just to make it a little bit stronger, top and bottom. It's not going nowhere, that's for friggin' sure. I've had a good shake on it. I took all the braces off to see what it looked like, but anyway. Oh well, alright. I'm going to go and get some work done. It's a lot cooler here than it is in where the store is in Macabog. Yeah, I'll order the purlins on Monday. Tuesday they'll arrive, maybe Monday afternoon they might arrive. And then I can measure it up for the roof today actually, because I've cut that side. That side's cut. So this side here will be cut. And the rafters, I've got one rafter up on the balcony side, because there's a wraparound balcony that goes around. So I should be able to order the roofing, put the roof on. Then we're off to Australia. I told you, Erin, we'll go in September. Snow will be falling still, although she's seen snow in Jordan, so no big deal to her. But it'll be a little side trip anyway. Alright, thanks for watching.